What's shaking? Welcome back to All In. Here we are at the end of 2021, going into 2022. That's what we're talking about today. How this year has looked for you and what it could look for you next year. Before we dive into this, there's going to be things that are going to resonate, drive up some emotions with you today. Please share this out with at least 3 people that you know that need to hear this message today. This is the only way we grow. We don't take ads, promotions, anything like that, sponsorships. We impact more people with your help. Let's dive into this today. 2021. I know this year did not look like what you expected it to look like coming out of 2020, going into this year, 2021. Looking at it in a reflection, I remember coming out of 2020 and thinking, yes, hey, COVID's going to go away. Things are going to kick back open again. Everything's going to be amazing. And this is just a crappy year that, everyone was saying 2020 is a year I want to forget. How much different was 2021 for you than last year, 2020? For some people, probably not much different. Some things opened back up and, the economy started moving a little bit again. President shifted. We had a lot of interesting things this year, especially in the cybersecurity world that popped up. I feel like we're in the middle of a cyber cold war now after all of these hacks and breaches that came up this year that didn't exist last year. But families too are feeling a lot of this stuff, because the economy, they're saying that, whatever about the administration saying that there's this low rate of unemployment. I don't know if I believe those numbers, but I'm going to tell you that everybody is feeling inflation. I mean, even from the price of gas to the price of bread, everybody is feeling inflation this year. And we're still in the middle of this whole thing called the Great Resignation, to where people are just up and quitting their jobs because nobody knows what's going on. It's a crazy workplace. I mean, people now with the new variant that's out are saying we're shutting down our offices again. And some people don't know if they have jobs. And even individuals like, or companies like Apple was saying, I want you to come back to work. I want you to come back to work. Now they're saying, hold on a second. We got this new thing out there that we're going to make sure that it's okay. It's just been a crazy year. Just ups and downs, and we're doing better, we're doing worse, we're doing better, we're doing worse. And going into next year, 2022, this isn't talking about resolutions. This is talking about setting your frame for the next year, right? This isn't about achieving certain individual things. This is talking about setting up your frame so that anything you could possibly want to achieve, whatever's on your list, can actually happen this coming year. This isn't something that we're starting on January 1st that we're talking about today and then going to make sure that it stays in place, from a resolution or a goal or whatever it is, because those can be started at any time throughout the year. They truly can be. That's why I hate resolutions, because most people just don't live up to them. And the problem is, it's like, oh, it's a new year, I'm going to do this thing, whatever, because you can make a shift and accomplish a goal, make a resolution, make a life change, a pivot in your life at any point during the year. What I'm talking about is setting your frame for 2022, where you now can step into this and understand that you can achieve, or you can get done, or you can be whoever you want to be. So when it comes to December 31st, 2022 or January 1st, 2023, you're looking back at that previous year this time going, damn, I did that. All right. So the first thing you've got to do going into this year is know your worth. There's probably been a lot of beatdowns this year. I mean, if you're hearing that right now, just be like, yep. If you're listening, be like, yeah, I got beaten down this year because of whatever, because of all these other things. Who knows? There's so many things that you could have gone through this past year. But you know what? Be proud of yourself, because you may have gone through every single type of pain, family issues, trust issues, heartbreak, insecurities, depression, all of it. And you may have even gone through it alone. But yet you never gave up. Be proud of yourself and know your worth. because you are strong making it through all of those things. The second thing is to control your emotions, because understanding that you are strong and now you know that you're worth something going into next year. So now you can set your frame understanding I am worth so much more than what people feel that I am or what everyone was beating me down to be this year. You have to control your emotions, because it's easy to get frustrated at all of those individuals, that boss, that partner, that spouse, that friend, that kid, whoever. It's easy to get upset and angry with them and then project things onto them. And then you start to become the victim in those moments. And guess what? 2021 is going to look exactly like 2022 if you sit there and you play the part of the victim and start to say, oh, all these people did things to me, or this happened to me, or that happened to me. Even though, yes, I get it, some of it was really, really horrible. You may have had a death in the family. You may have had a split with a partner. You may have lost a job, and now you're in poverty at this point. You've got no money, and you're trying to pick yourself back up. Your credit score went from 800 to 400. But your worth has to do with the frame that you set going into 2022. And the only way to maintain that frame is to control your emotions and not to put it onto other people, and understand that you can create whatever you want to within that frame this year. And guess what? The only way to control your emotions on this, to not allow others to minimize you and what you want to accomplish in 2022, is to never settle. That's the third thing, to never settle. Whatever your dreams are right now, think 100 times beyond that. If you're thinking, man, I want to do this, think, you know what? What's the next 10 steps after that? Or what's the next step right after you accomplish that one thing? That's what you want to shoot for this coming year, because you are worth that. You deserve that. And when you control your emotions and don't allow others to put you into this victim mentality, you will set the frame for 2022 to where it will not look like 2021. It will be the best year of your life, where you can accomplish anything you want to and not settle within the context of that frame that you're creating today. And through this process too, you know what? When you set this new frame, there are going to be some of those individuals that are going to be pushed out. I talked about this just last week on the show. Go back and listen to that show around your circle today may not be your circle tomorrow. Because it's okay to say, hey, friends, family, sorry if I got distant. My life got real. My goals require my full attention. Is your life real going into 2022? Do you want it to be that way again, or do you want it to be like a repeat, like Groundhog Day, like a circle, like a cycle going back to 2021? Because that's not reality. 2021 is done. It's over. It's not reality anymore. It's in the past. Kick it to the curb. Forget the past and kill it if you have to. That's the only way you'll overcome this and set your frame for 2022. Because at the end of 2022, I want you to be like, damn, I did that? And then you look back and you find out that everything was inside of that frame that you set going into this year. The alternative is you don't set this frame. And then you're looking back and saying, damn, I wish I did that. I want you to look back and say, I did that in 2022. Happy New Year.